Imagine yourself walking into your local grocery store, making a beeline over to the produce section and finding half of everything you know to be there is just gone. What if you walk in and everything's gone? Would you do something right now to change it? Well, I'm going to tell you how you can. 2 words. Apis mellifera. Now I probably know you're thinking, what is that? Simple. It's the honeybee. Something that everybody knows. Right? They're described by National Geographic as a simple insect invertebrate that lives up to about 5 years, or is supposed to. Well, what I'm going to do for you today is tell you what you can do to help out these potentially endangered species. We've seen a recent drop of 30% each year in their numbers. So something that I've already done is we've planted a garden in our backyard. We're growing tomatoes, we're growing cucumber, we're growing pumpkins, an assortment of other vegetables that are going to feed our family as well as feed the bees. We've also started to buy more vegetables and fruits from local producers here in the Virginia Beach area. I'm also going to talk to you about some of the dangers that bees face today, and we're also going to talk about some more things that you can do in your community to help their numbers out. So according to Vivian Burtz-Curran, bees originated in Eurasia and Africa, and then eventually migrated out to all other continents except for Antarctica. Their species number somewhere in the 20,000s. However, honeybees, there's only 44 known species in the world today. And according to the Proceedings of the Royal Society of London, Biological Sciences, data from 200 countries found that fruit, vegetable, and seed production from 87 global feed crops is dependent upon animal pollination, as well as the value of honeybees as pollinizers of U.S. crops went from $9.3 billion in 1989 to $14.6 billion in the U.S. alone in the year 2000. So some other ways that they help out or with the local economies. So the sale of honey and beeswax is extremely important. They're also a vital member of the animal food chain. They are eaten by mammals, reptiles, and even fish. So they're supporting an array of life throughout the food chain. So some of the dangers and risks that they face today are extremely harmful. Insecticides that we use as humans to protect our food from being eaten by other insects are actually killing the bees. So the bees are essentially making the food, and the food is essentially killing them. Some of the symptoms include tremors. The bees will start shaking violently, and you start to see symptoms within the first 72 hours until the bee eventually dies. Their numbers have decreased within the past 20 years, each year by 30%. Well, I understand their numbers are in the trillions, but eventually this is going to take a toll. So what else are we doing? Their habitats are something that we're taking away. As humans overpopulate the earth and build their houses and build their businesses and build their industries, as taking away from the bees' natural habitat. Your front lawn that looks so perfectly manicured is basically a barren wasteland, a desert for bees. When you take out those dandelions and you take out those flowering plants out of your front yard, it leaves nowhere for the bees to go. Climate factors also play a big factor, such as cold winters and natural disasters. While natural disasters and cold winters and the environment play a small role. It's still something that needs to be looked at. So what are some of the things that we can do to bring the bees population back up in numbers? Because obviously we need them for our sustainment. So beekeepers, a bit of a hobby for some, but also it's a profession for others, where you can contact your local beekeeper societies and you can actually become a beekeeper yourself and have a bee colony of your own in your backyard and actually get paid for it. Beehives are for sale. All you got to do is just Google them. You can also help out, like I mentioned before, by planting fruits, vegetables in your backyard. That's free food for you to put in your backyard, as well as free food for the bees. Now, something that a lot of people don't know is that bees actually need to drink some water every now and then. So you could simply walk into your kitchen right now, get a small spoon, put a little bit of sugar in it, and just go set it out on the back porch. Bees will eventually stop by, take a little sip, carry about their merry way. Another thing you can do is write to your local government, your representatives. They can help you out. Write to your congressman. Tell them about the effects of the industrialization and commercialization and the taking of land for different uses, and what your congressman can do for you in your local government. Also, buy local vegetables. Okay? So we've gone over the history of bees, where they came from, what they do for us. We've even talked about the dangers that they face today, as well as what you can do to increase their numbers back to safe population numbers. They are a vital part of the ecosystem and the food chain. So make sure you get out there and